Are you ready? Okay. Hi, my name is Melanie. So I'm here to give a brief background on the Draeger. So the Draeger company was established in 1889. It was created by Johann Henrik Draeger. So in London, he had witnessed a man being rescued and resuscitated from the River Thames, and that is what brought on the concept of him creating a device to provide mechanics to individuals that rendered unconscious by a lack of oxygen. So his first mechanical ventilator was called the pulmotor, and that machine provided breathing gas until a certain pressure was reached in the lungs. So from that point on, the Draeger company continued to create mechanical ventilators that came with the betterment of technology. So the most current ventilators out there now from the Draeger company, there's 3 of them. It's called the Evita 300 Select, the Evita 300 Classic, and the Evita V500. So the one that we are going to present on today is the Draeger, the Evita XL, and it was developed in 2006.
So the first step to setting up the circuit, this is the circuit. So this is what all the oxygen is going to go through. And so the first thing that you do is you're going to want to get your HMEs, heat and moisture exchange, and plug them in to the inspiratory and expiratory ports down here. And then you want to have your heater. So you would connect this short corrugated tubing to one part of your heater. This is for the inspiratory side. You don't want to let your circuit touch the ground. Then you plug your other end of your inspiratory tube to that. And then this is your expiratory side. The way you can tell the difference between which side is the inspiratory side has these ports on it, and that's for your heater wire to test the temperature, make sure that it's not too hot or too cold. So there's one port in here and another in here. And then we also have our test line here that you plug it into. And then you're going to want to plug it in to just the power cord, and then also for air, and also for oxygen. And then you can turn it on. And you turn it on, you lift this flap right there, and then you press the button and it turns on. And now Diana will be taking over.
To this screen, you would hit standby, and then you would hit this big little rotating circle right here. Select it. It's going to start alarming. You can alarm silence it as well as reset it. So then afterwards, you would go down to these settings right here, and you hit check. You have 2 checks you have to do. You have a device check and an airtight check. To start the device check, you just hit check, and it's going to tell you what to do based on the directions right here. So right now it's telling you to check the correct position of the exhalation valve, and if it's good, then just hit yes. And it says collect the test lung to the white piece, confirm with yes. Now it's checking. Now it's telling you to check the correct position of the flow sensor. Says patient hoses correctly connected. Yes. And then connect the test line to the white piece again. Confirm with yes. Connect oxygen supply, and then it says, connect air supply, disconnect oxygen supply. So you come down to here and you would disconnect your oxygen. Now it recognized that. You check it's checking again. It's saying connect the oxygen and disconnect the air. Disconnect air and oxygen this time. Now it's saying audible alarm sound check. You have to confirm with yes. It's going to keep beeping until you do that. It says the calibration is okay. Then it says disconnect the NeoFlow sensor and then press. We don't really have a NeoFlow sensor, so we're just going to press that. But it's going to fail anyway. So now it's going to do your O2 calibration.
3 hours later.
This one takes a while. Okay, so calibration is okay. Gonna move on to the next test. Okay, it's all good. So then now you have no other directions up here, so you know you're good. You're gonna go down to airtight check and do the same thing. So, I think you just got it. So you disconnect the lung, you hit check, and it says see a white piece, confirm with yes. You just do it with our hand. And you just occlude your hand that way. You're going to watch the leakage number right here. This is acceptable as 300, but it's at 0 right now, so that's good. So it says keep the white piece open, confirm with yes. Checks are all good.
My name is Richmond, so I'll be going over setting the ventilation settings and how to start ventilation. So here you'll see it's on standby and you're on your patient adults. To go to settings, you want to go over here to the ventilator settings button. And here you can see which vent modes there are. You can hit mode and it'll show all the modes. So CMV is ACVC, SIMV is SIMV with volume control, PCV plus is SIMV with pressure control, and then PCV plus assist is actually ACPC. So we'll pick a setting here. So here you pick your FiO2 percentage. We'll go to 30, you got your T time. We'll put it to 1 and you can actually see their IE ratios here. Your frequency, we'll go to 18, your slope, your pressure, inspiratory pressure. So this is what you set your pressure at. We'll keep it at 30. And then your peak. And then then there's other modes like CPAP. So you just put the peak and the pressure supports. And then there's SIMV. And then there's SIMV PC, and then ACVC where you set tidal volume here. It's actually set in liter, so it's in 0.450. So we'll select this, and then to start, you hit start here. And then, there we go. Then you can see the test lung inflating. Okay, from here you can see your set setting and then your actual readings. So you can see the tidal volume is at 446 milliliters and your set volume is at 450. So it's pretty close. And then you got your minute ventilation. FiO2, your maximum peak right here, and then your mean. And that's about it.
Going over, once you get the ABGs from your patient, you'll want to fine-tune your settings by going to the ventilator settings. You can change them by clicking on it on the screen and using the dial to change it. And then the alarms, you press on the button here, and you can change the alarms here by also pressing on the setting and dialing it. This is the pressure alarm. This is the volume alarm, frequency, and apnea, and then minute volume, ventilation. Then for special procedures, to get your plateau volume, you just press the inspiratory hold once the patient takes in a breath, and then let go, and then you can press freeze and use the dial to go back to the plateau to get the pressure up here, and then unfreeze to go back to how the patient is breathing now.